Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Mitra. Just a second. It's Tuesday and okay. Yes, students. So on the previous turn, we discussed about the leucoplast, or sorry, about the plastids and all the leucoplast, right? So today we are going to discuss the further portion related to the plastids, and I will address any of your questions if you have any. Okay, I will address that also. So first of all, let me just ask, do you have any questions related to the previous session? Any questions related to the previous session? Then you can ask me. You can raise your hand and then you can ask me. Yes. Anyone is having any question? Yes, Peter.
Sir, please explain leucoplast.
Okay, leucoplast. Okay, I will explain that again. Any other problem apart from the leucoplast? We are going to start the plastids from the starting. हम plastids दोबारा से start कर देंगे. Don't worry. Okay. Any other? Okay, then let's start from the plastids. And in the case of the plastids, beta, what we are going to study first of all, what we are going to understand first of all, is that why the plastids are important. Okay, so first of all, the plastids, as I told you, these are the bodies. Okay, these are the basically bodies that are meant for that are meant for storage, right? These are the bodies that are meant for the storage, but what they are storing is the type of plastid that we are going to have, right? So storage, they can store two things. First is that they can store the nutrients, right? And secondly, we studied that they can also store the pigments. Okay. Now, if we are talking about the nutrients, then we know that we are talking about the carbohydrate. We are talking about the carbohydrate. We are talking about the proteins, and we are also talking about the fats, right? And in case of the pigments, we know that pigments on the previous turn also we studied that the pigments are the chemicals. Pigments are the chemicals which are responsible for providing the colors, right? For example, the pigment hemoglobin that is present in the red blood cells is going to provide a red color to our blood. Okay, but in case of plants, there is a pigment called chlorophyll which is going to provide the green color to the cells, right? We have studied this. But if we talk about the non-living things like our clothes, so clothes or any kind of non-living things, because they are having dyes. Okay, they are having dye, and this dye is basically in the non-living systems it provides colors. But अगर हम living cell की बात करें, if you are talking about the living organisms, then in that the pigments are going to provide the colors. Okay, is this point clear? So let's move on to the next portion and the very important portion, that is the plastid. Okay, now from the starting, let's see. Plastids are found only in the plants. They are found only in the plants. That means they are absent in the animal cells, right? Plus, they are also found in some of the photosynthetic microorganisms. what we are trying to say here is that they are found in some of the prokaryotes also. Actually, they are membrane bound, largest double membrane bound. So they are membrane bound. So that means they will be only found in the eukaryotes, right? They will be found only in the eukaryotes. Now, we are saying in some of the prokaryotes, very little prokaryotes are going to have some of the plastid. उनके पास प्लास्टिड या फिर प्लास्टिड के जैसा स्ट्रक्चर होता है बेटा. ओके, एंड व्हाई इज दैट? बिकॉज दे आर एबल टू परफॉर्म द photosynthesis. Because they are able to perform photosynthesis. We will study about it in more detail. Let's first of all start with the plastids. Okay, now the plastid, they are the, so first of all, they are the largest. They are the largest cell organelle, and most importantly, they are double membrane bound cell organelle in the cytoplasm. Okay, now plastids, they are of two types, chromoplast and leucoplast. So let's understand these two terms, chromoplast, and we are saying the other one is the leucoplast, right? Now, in this particular situation, we can split the term Sandhi Vichhed, right? So the word chromo and the word plast, right? The word plast, it means body. Again, it means body. And the word chromo comes from a word which is known as chrome. You must have heard about Chrome, right? Like Google Chrome. So what is Chrome? Chrome means colorful. Chrome का मतलब क्या होता है बेटा? Colorful. So as you can see on the Android, we have an icon of Google Chrome, right? And that icon is colorful. It is having very much different colors like red, green, yellow, blue, right? So different colors are there. So that's why the Chrome word, it itself meaning colorful. And that is why we say a body which is colorful, that's called the chromoplast. So colorful or colored plastid, that's called the chromoplast. Okay. So obviously this is going to contain the pigment. केवल इसी के पास pigment होगा बेटा, right? And the second body, which is called the leucoplast. Let's do the Sandhi Vichhed again. So plast means body again, and the word leuco, as I told you earlier also, leuco means colorless. Colorless meaning no color at all. So since they are not having any color, they are used for the storage. So leucoplasts are the colorless plastids, and they are used for the storage of the nutrients. Nutrients like carbohydrates can get stored in the leucoplast, fats can get stored, proteins can get stored in it. Okay. Now, the next point is very important actually, and it says the plastids which contain green colored pigment called chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is the green colored pigment. This is a pigment which provides what color? Green color to the plants. Chlorophyll. Okay, and it is contained in the plastid, and that type of plastid, because it is containing chlorophyll, that plastid is called as chloroplast. Chloroplast. The word chloro means chlorophyll and plast means body. So a body which is containing chlorophyll. Okay, a body which is containing chlorophyll. So chloroplast, the plant cells are having high number of chloroplasts. That's why all the plants that we see around us, maximum of them are green in color. Okay. Obviously the flowers, जो हम flowers देखते हैं बेटा, they can be colorful. So obviously they are having chromoplast. They are not having chloroplast. Flowers में हमारे पास chromoplast हो गए. Okay. In the green leaves, they are having chloroplast. Okay. Now, the chloroplast, what is the function? They trap the solar energy, that means energy from the sun, and they absorb the carbon dioxide for the manufacture, that means the production of food during the photosynthesis. To put it simply, basically they perform the photosynthesis. How? Let's see. So they are going to absorb the CO2, plus they are also going to absorb some of the water from the soil, and they means plant. The plants are going to perform a reaction in the presence of the chlorophyll and using the sunlight. That means solar energy. And they are going to prepare or synthesize C6H12O6 plus O2. And this molecule is known as glucose. So this is how the photosynthesis is performed. Okay, this is how the photosynthesis is performed in any particular plant. Okay, beta. So this is the reaction for the photosynthesis. This particular reaction, it represents photosynthesis. Okay, the CO2, water, chlorophyll, and sunlight. They are all are required to produce the glucose. Okay. Any question up till here? Anyone? Okay, then let's move on to the next point that says the leucoplast. Now we are talking about the leucoplast. And the leucoplast, as I told you, they are site, that means location for the storage. So what they are going to store? They are going to store the starch, that means carbohydrate. They are going to store the lipids, that means fat, and proteins. Okay, so they are going to store these many substances. They can store anything, carbohydrate, protein, and fat. Okay. Now the next point is related to the structure basically, and these points are actually related to some of the extra knowledge that is not given in your NCERT, but sometimes it can be given in your extra side book. So that's why I've mentioned it here. The internal organization, meaning जो क्लोरोप्लास्ट है बेटा, उसके अंदर का पोर्शन अगर हम देखें, प्लास्टिड के अंदर का पोर्शन अगर हम देखें, if we talk about that, so it consists of numerous, that means many membranous layers embedded means जो धसे हुए हैं, in the material called the stroma. And stroma lies in the interior of the chloroplast. मतलब chloroplast के अंदर की जो जगह होती है बेटा, that's called the stroma. And a colloid complex called matrix. मतलब उसके अंदर का जो substance है, जो खाली का space है, for example, you can look into this. The empty space inside it, that's called the stroma, and the fluid that is contained inside the stroma, that's called as matrix. Okay, this is what we are trying to say. So the empty space is called stroma, and the fluid that is present inside the stroma, that's called matrix. Okay, and just like the mitochondria, mitochondria was having a function of production of ATP, and plastid, especially the chloroplast. The chloroplast is having a function of performing photosynthesis, that means production of glucose, and glucose is a very important component, right? क्योंकि energy कहाँ से आएगी ultimately? Glucose से. So we want the plant to continuously synthesize energy without stopping, right? So that is why they are having their own DNA, their own ribosomes. Okay. And there is a specific term, beta. There is a specific term for the cell organelles which are having their own DNA and own ribosome. And that term is semi-autonomous. Semi-autonomous. What is the meaning of autonomous? Autonomous means kind of independent, जो अपने आप काम कर सके, स्वतः काम करने वाला. That's called the autonomous. Okay, independent body. But it is semi. Semi means it cannot live outside the cell. तो cell पे कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ा बहुत dependent तो है, because it cannot function outside the cell. It has to function inside the cell only. So that's why semi and autonomous means it doesn't take instructions from the rest of the cell. It is having its own DNA, own ribosome. So it continuously produces the glucose, continuously performs the photosynthesis 24/7 whenever the sunlight is available. Okay. Any question in the plastids? Yes. Any student is having any question related to the plastids, they can ask. They can raise the hand and ask the question. Okay, please retell chloroplast. Okay, chloroplast is a cell organelle जो कि हम plastids ही मानते हैं बेटा. Okay, it's a kind of plastid only, chloroplast. And the chloroplast, it is having, if this is the chloroplast, it is having various membranous structures. Just let me show you here over here, this particular part. You can see coins like structure, right? Coin के जैसे structures आप देख सकते हो. So these coin like structures, they are containing chlorophyll inside them. ये पूरा का पूरा जो structure है ना बेटा, this structure, this is the chloroplast. And the coin like structure, it is containing inside, इनके inside में, इनके अंदर क्या है? Chlorophyll. That is the pigment. Chlorophyll is a pigment, right? And that is why the chloroplast, पूरा का पूरा chloroplast ही green color का है. Okay? So chloroplast, the function of the chloroplast is to perform the photosynthesis. So they are going to take in the CO2, they are going to take in the water, and through these two components, in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, they are going to perform the photosynthesis. Okay? Yes, beta Madhur. Any question?
ये जो कॉइन्स के बीच में गैप होता है ये
Better repeat yourself. Yes, Peter Madhur, repeat yourself. Just a second. I think I muted you. Yes, Peter. Repeat yourself.
ये जो कॉइन्स के बीच में गैप है इसे क्या बोलेंगे हम?
Yeah, the gap, Lakshmi Beta, I will answer your question. Just a second. The gap which is in between, for example, this gap, right? So this gap is known as stroma. S-T-R-O-M-A. The gap, the space is called stroma, and inside this stroma, ये तो खाली जगह हुई. इस जगह में actually जो खाली space है, इसमें actually fluid भरा रहता है, and that fluid is called the matrix. Okay, that fluid is called the matrix. Okay, so yes, any other question anyone wants to ask? I think Lakshmi was there. Yes, beta Lakshmi.
Sir,
Beta, your voice is not clear. Repeat your question.
Sir, where did plastid present?
Plastid. Okay, plastid is actually present inside the plant cell. Okay, it is present inside the plant cell. For example, let me just show you the plastid. Just a second. Here, in this particular cell, you can see chloroplast over here, right? You can see the chloroplast. So this chloroplast, it's a kind of plastid only. Okay, it's a plastid only.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other question?
Okay, sir.
Okay, then let's move on to the next part. Then the next part says about the vacuoles, and then we will finally finish our chapter. That's cell division, and with this, our chapter will be finished. Okay. So vacuoles. What is vacuoles? Vacuoles are basically kind of, you can say, store room. जैसे हमारे घर में होता है ना store room, kind of like that. Cell, every cell is having kind of a store room. So what is the function of the store room in our house? We keep all the essential things in there, जो हमें कभी ना कभी काम में तो आएगा, but right now we don't require it, right? वो कभी कभी काम में आता है सामान, and we don't require in day-to-day life, लेकिन वो कभी कभी काम आता है, right? So we keep all that stuff like rope and all that in the storeroom. So similarly, the plant is also having kind of a storeroom inside it, and this storeroom obviously should be a membrane bound. So membrane bound है और उसके अंदर हम सारा का सारा stuff रखेंगे, whether solid or whether liquid, that's another matter, but we are going to keep all the non-essential or which is not useful at that particular moment. Okay, and sometimes the cell keeps important stuffs also there. कभी कभी हम cell जो होता है वो important molecules को भी उसमें रख सकता है. Okay, so first of all, it's a membrane bound cell organelle. Okay, so it is present in the eukaryotes since it is membrane bound, and most important thing is that in the plants and in the fungus, they are very large. Plants or fungus में अलग से ही दिखाई देता है. It's a very large. They are also found in the animal and the bacterial cells, but they are not so large. Let's see in the diagram again. Let's move to this particular diagram. Now, in this particular diagram, you can see there is a vacuole. There is a labeling called the vacuole over here, right? You can see the size of the vacuole on the left-hand side in the plant cell, and see the size of the vacuole in the animal cell. In the animal cell, it is very, very small, right? But in the case of the plant cell, it is very large, right? So this is the first difference. The animal cells, they are also having vacuole, but they are smaller in size. Why? Why they are smaller? Let's understand this. इसको समझ लेते हैं. Okay. Yes, vacuoles. So vacuoles, they are basically membrane bound, fluid filled storage sacs. Sac means again balloon or bag like structure which is present inside the cytoplasm, right? And the vacuoles, they are the storage sac for the liquid and the solid also. So yani ki they can store the liquid also and they can store the solids also. Okay, they can store any type of content. The gaseous content is generally not stored because gases जो है वो escape कर जाती है. So that's why the gases are quite difficult to handle. Okay. Now, in the case of the animal cells, the vacuoles are smaller in size but are more in number. Size में छोटे हैं पर number में ज़्यादा होते हैं. Whereas in the plants and the fungal cells, these are of large sizes and few in number. Size में बड़े हैं और number में कम हैं. Okay. But if we talk about a mature plant cell, the plant cell which is fully mature, if you are talking about that, then the small vacuoles, छोटे-छोटे जो vacuoles होते हैं, they basically fuse together to form a single and central large vacuole. This is a very, very important point, beta, that in mature plant cells, there is a single large central vacuole. Single matlab ek, only one. Large means big in size, and center means generally present at the center of the cell. Okay, this is what we are trying to say. एक बड़ा vacuole जो कि center में present है. Okay, that's called the single large central vacuole. Now, important point to discuss over here that the vacuoles, central vacuole, in some plants it may occupy from 50 to 90% of the cell volume. 50 से 90%. Now, what does this means? Let's understand this. For example, this is the plant cell, okay? And if this is the plant cell, we basically draw the nucleus over here, right? In the center. But generally, this is not the case. ऐसा generally होता नहीं है. So what's the case? Generally, what happens? Because the nucleus is present at one corner, generally in the center only. यहाँ पर होता है, पर corner में होता है. And in the center, we are having like this. इतना बड़ा एक central large vacuole होता है. This big size. Okay. So this is the size of vacuole some of the plant cells can have. इतना बड़ा भी हो सकता है. Okay. So that's why we have written, that's why we have written over here up 50 to 90% of the cell volume. Okay. Now, the next point says that in the plant cells, vacuole is bounded by an outer membrane. It is having an outer membrane, and that membrane has a name that's called the tonoplast. That's called tonoplast. And this membrane is selectively permeable membrane, just like the cell membrane जो हमने पढ़ा था ना, cell membrane में selectively permeable. Similarly, this cell membrane, this tonoplast membrane of the vacuole, it is also selectively permeable. Okay. Now the question comes, what is inside the vacuoles? Vacuoles के अंदर क्या है? Right? So vacuoles are basically filled with the fluid. हमें पता है fluid से filled होते हैं. Okay. But that fluid has a name, and that name is cell sap. The name of the fluid is cell sap. What is cell sap? Actually, it's a mixture. Mixture of what? Mixture of various materials. For example, minerals are mixed in it, sugars are mixed in it, organic acids, and other carbohydrates. So it's a mixture of all this. plus there is also water in it. Water भी होता है. Okay, so minerals, sugars, organic acids, carbohydrates, water, all that thing mixed together forms the cell sap. क्या बना दिया? Total mixture होकर के cell sap. Okay, now ये तो है बेटा in the case of plant cells, but if we are talking about the unicellular amoeba or paramecium unicellular organisms, then in those particular cells the vacuoles, they are playing a very, very important role. They are having special type of vacuoles, and those special type of vacuoles are called as contractile vacuoles. Now what are contractile vacuoles? Basically the ones which are helping in controlling the osmotic balance. What is osmotic balance? Basically the concentration of water and mineral. मतलब सेल के अंदर कितना वाटर और मिनरल होना चाहिए. This is maintained by the contractile vacuole. Okay, if the water and mineral are too much inside the cell, तो अगर बहुत ज्यादा है तो उसको excrete करना है, अगर बहुत कम है तो सेल के अंदर आना है. So who is going to decide it and who is going to perform this function? Contractile vacuole. Okay, now in amoeba sometimes what happens, their food vacuoles is also formed. जब वो फूड को engulf कर लेता है, when the amoeba engulfs the food or intakes the food, then it forms a food vacuole also. Okay, an important function is that yes, anyone is having any problem? Okay, then the important functions are that the vacuoles, they help the plant cells to remain turgid and rigid. Just now we studied that they are performing osmoregulation or controlling, basically water or mineral के balance को control करना. That is known as osmoregulation. That's known as osmoregulation. So water or mineral के content को बेटा match करना. That's basically what their function is. Okay, so this is the main organelle which helps the plant cell to remain turgid. What is turgid? We have studied earlier also. Okay, so they help in the osmoregulation. That means help in the balance of the water and minerals, and this helps the cell to maintain the internal pressure of the cell. जो internal उसका जो pressure है, it helps to maintain that. So गिरने नहीं देता. So that the cell can function properly. सारे के सारे functions जो है वो cell properly perform कर सके. That's the main motive here. Okay. So this is all about the vacuoles. Do you have any question related to the vacuoles? Yes, anyone? Yes, Peter Pragya. What's the question?
So why the vacuoles are small in plant animal cell?
Okay. Beta, first of all, in case of the animal cells, animal cells are having more number of vacuoles because they have to perform, they are having vacuoles, contractile vacuoles. Okay, जो animals में है बेटा वो contractile vacuoles होते हैं. But in case of plants के case में बेटा they have to store various substances like minerals, like sugars, like organic acids, like carbohydrates. Okay, so in the case of the plants, they are storing more and more substances, but in the case of animals, they are maintaining the concentration. यहाँ पर ये लोग store नहीं कर रहे. In the case of animals, they are just maintaining the concentration of water and mineral. तो क्योंकि store नहीं कर रहे, that's why their size is not so big. Okay. Okay, beta Pragya, I think your problem is sorted. Any other question related to this particular part? Okay, then that's it for today. And if you have any further questions, you can text me on WhatsApp. And tomorrow we are going to cover the next session. Next session we are going to cover about the cell division and what type of cell divisions are there, mitosis and meiosis. We'll study about this, and we will study about the differences of the mitosis and meiosis. Okay, so that's it for today. And if you have any further questions, beta, you can text me on WhatsApp. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Your attendance is marked. That's it.